This fish is actually really cheap, but I can guarantee many people will regret this fish. What's up my aquatic friends, Raja here, and this is Taj Mahal Aquatics, your source of fun fish content and everything about the world of fish keeping. We all love cheap things, like cheap gas prices, cheap foods, and of course, cheap fishes, as fish keeping has never been a cheap hobby. But as delightful as getting a cheap fish is, there is one fish that is actually really affordable, but everyone will regret this fish. No, they will not regret the price of this fish because this fish is affordable and not many people know it, but they will regret on something else. This fish is quite popular, especially here in my place, and many people know that they are quite affordable, but that affordable price comes at a cost. Wanna know what that fish is? Let's dive in to find out. Since this fish is a popular fish, you probably wonder what that fish is. When I say that this fish is an affordable fish, you probably think of a small fish like betta fish or guppies or platies and mollies. Well, this fish is kinda small when you see it in the fish store, but those are not the fish that I mean. Many fish stores sells this fish as little fish, but like we all know, many fish stores sells juvenile fish, and they sell it without telling you how big they can get. So guppies, betta fish, platies and mollies are not the fish that I mean. This fish does look small, but it's not a small fish at all. So what fish is it? Well, let me give you a clue to guess it. This fish is an awesome fish. Whenever someone sees this fish, they will want this fish, especially knowing that they are affordable. Can you guess it by now? If not, here's another clue. This fish is a predatory fish. And this is another reason why everyone likes this fish, as after all, predatory fish is awesome anyway. Have you imagined what that fish is? If you are still having a hard time guessing the fish that I mean, this last clue might help you. This fish will remind you of a crocodile. By the time you look at this fish, your imagination will be a fish that resembles a crocodile. So, have you guessed it? If yes, congrats. If not, let me tell you what that fish is. The fish that I mean here is this fish right here, which is alligator gar. And this fish is quite affordable for a predatory fish. Here in my place, this fish cost as much as 20,000 to 30,000 rupiah, or this much in US dollars. And that price is kinda affordable, but I don't know if this fish is still considered affordable or not in other places. If this fish is also affordable in your place, let me know in the comment section. But why would I say that everyone will regret this fish? So now you know what the fish that I mean. And now you probably wonder why I said that many people will regret this fish. Is it because it's so affordable that not many people know it and they regret it because they didn't get this fish? No. The price is not the reason many people regret this fish, and even though they are quite affordable for a predatory fish, that is not the reason why many people, and maybe you, will regret this fish. So what makes people really regret this fish? It's definitely not the price. It's gonna be something else. And turns out, what makes people really regret this fish is the real size of this fish. Remember when I said that many fish stores sell fish in juvenile forms? Well, this fish is no exception. You see this fish as an awesome little fish at the store, and you decided to add it to your aquarium. And as years go by, that awesome little fish turns into a monster. Wanna know how big this thing can get? This fake alligator thing can reach up to 10 feet in the wild, and although they may not reach 10 feet in captivity, they can still reach 6 to 8 feet, which is still really big. And now you tell me, how on earth are you going to keep a 6 or 8 feet fish in your home? And to make matters worse, they grow fast, and they are ferocious eaters, which makes it another reason why many people will regret this fish apart from how monstrous this fish is. Imagine someone buying this fish for their 20-gallon without knowing that they can grow 8 feet. And this is another reason why it is important to do some research on the fish that you want, or the best one for you. So stop using your phone for doom scrolling on TikTok. Use your phone at least once to do some research on the best fish for you. You want to get the best fish for your aquarium size? Do some research on your phone. Or if you have a friend that really is a hobbyist, give them a call and ask them for some suggestion for the best fish for you. And don't just buy fish that you think is the coolest without knowing nothing. So now you know why people will regret this fish. Yes, this fish is affordable for a predatory fish, but that cheap price comes at a cost. But why on earth would people buy this fish anyway? Well, the answer is simple. They only buy the fish without knowing anything about this fish. Yes, I also know that not all people like this, and there are also some people that do know how to keep this fish and do have the space to keep one. But let's be honest here. There are still many people that barely know anything about what fish is the best for them and ended up getting something like this fish, for example. They picked whatever the fish they like, which in this case, this fish right here, and put them in an aquarium that was probably way too small for these fish. And then few years later, kaboom! That tiny fish that they think were awesome become a monster. And there's no way they're gonna keep a 6 or 8 feet fish in their home. And this is why many people ended up getting this fish. They picked the most awesome one they could find, which is in this case the alligator gar, and put them in their aquarium without knowing that they are gonna be really big. And of course, there are some enthusiasts that do know anything about this fish and have the space and ability to keep them, but it's still wiser to do some research on the fish you want. So stop getting on TikTok and use your phone at least once to do some research on the best fish you can have. Now you know why many people buy this fish. There are some that do know how to handle this fish, and there are also some dummies that barely know nothing about fish and just pick whatever the fish they think is the coolest for their aquarium. But now you know that they can get really big, and people shouldn't get this fish in the first place because they are actually massive. Why do many fish stores still sell this fish? Well, the answer is simple. The market for predatory fish exists. Fish stores don't just sell whatever the fish they have and some aquarium supplies. They also sell fish based on what target market they are going for. Some fish stores sells aquascape plants and fish only to fulfill the aquascaping market target, and there are also some stores that specialize in certain fish, like for example koi or exotic fish. And there are also some stores that want to fulfill every target market, including predatory fish. So not entirely the store's fault that they do sell this fish, unless the fish that they sell is illegal in that area. And yes, sometimes it's also the shopkeeper's fault or one of the store employees' fault to not warn you that these fish can grow big. And mostly, it's also the consumer's fault that choose fish without knowing anything about the fish. And finally, since many people that get this fish without knowing anything about keeping a predatory fish regret this fish, do they belong in this hobby? There's actually quite a debate on whether this fish should be available in this hobby or not. Some or most would agree that this fish shouldn't be in this hobby, while others may say that they still have a place among the predatory fish community. And it's not just about whether this fish belongs to this hobby or not, but it's also regarding the legality of this fish, as some countries even ban these fish. So, does this fish still have a place in this hobby? Well, in my opinion, only for a very little amount of people. Predatory fish are not even for everyone, especially with alligator gar. These kinds of fish are only for a very certain people that do have the ability to keep this fish and thus have the space to keep one, and can fully responsible to keep this fish and not releasing them to the local waterways. As the last thing you want is this fish makes it to the breaking news because someone released them to the local waterways. So, do they belong in this hobby? Well, only for certain people, while for others, they are not a great fish. There are more great fish you can have, just not this fish, as you will regret this fish. But what do you think? Do alligator gar belong in this hobby? Let me know in the comment section. So there you go. That is one affordable fish that everyone regrets, which is the alligator gar. This fish is the real definition that cheap things are not always great. And even though this fish is quite affordable for a predatory fish, that affordable price comes at a cost. And many people regret getting this fish for how large they can get. So if you find this at the store, I just want to remind you to get away from these fish. So that's a wrap for this video. And do you think alligator gar belongs to this hobby? Let me know in the comment section below, and give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and share this video to your friends to let them know that they better stay away from this fish. And if you want to see more cool fish content from this channel, make sure to subscribe because there will be more to come. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you in the next video.